So it's true, I did fall into network marketing by mistake. I came across it by mistake whilst I was looking for a way to earn some extra money, because I was working my way around the cash flow quadrant. I'll come back to that in a moment. So basically I was an employee working in senior management for a retail company. I moved on to become a driving instructor. And as you'll see from this cash flow quadrant on your screen here, both employee and self-employed, they're on the left-hand side of the quadrant. And that's where you kind of swap in time for money. And I noticed at the time that there were some people that I was looking up to, and they seemed to have time and money at the same time. Whereas people on the left-hand side of the quadrant, they seem to, if they've got lots of money, they seem to be spending lots of time working. And that kind of didn't suit me, you know. The people that were on the other side of the cash flow quadrant, and I didn't understand the quadrant at the time, seemed to have lots of time and lots of money, and that's obviously what I wanted. Once I'd got a glimpse of how they were living, then I decided I wanted a bit of that. So I wanted to invest money. My only option that I had on the table at the time was to invest money. Now, as you all know, in the UK, we can invest up to £20,000 per year in an ISA. It's a tax-free way of saving money. All the dividends that we get paid from our ISA and any capital gains, they're all completely tax-free. When I fill out my tax return, I don't have to put anything from my ISA on my tax return. It's just ignored by the HM government. So it's no tax, no national insurance, it's tax-free. So that seemed like an easy option for me. Well, not an easy option, but it seemed my best option. So I wanted to invest as much money as I could so I could get as much of this tax-free income as I could. So I was a driving instructor, as I say, so I was working as many hours as I could, you know, but you are limited. There's only a certain amount you can charge per hour, and there's only a certain number of hours you can work in a day, and there's only a certain number of days in a week. So, you know, there's a level that you can get to. You can get high up on your earnings, but, you know, there is a cap. You can't go above it. You can't magic an extra day into a working week, for example. So I was working hard as a driving instructor and I was saving money, and I was thinking there must be a way of getting some extra money. And my brother showed me a network marketing business. He'd just joined it, he was making some good money, and he reckoned that I could give it a go. Everybody I was teaching to drive, he said I could show this business to, I could show the product to, and maybe they could save some money by doing it, or maybe they could make some money by joining the team. And it just seemed like a sound way to boost my income. My wife and I jumped in and we both started working it. And it turned out that got us onto the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant too. Once we read Robert Kiyosaki's book, we found that we were creating a business whilst also creating some investments. So we were firmly planting ourselves on the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. And 12 and a half years later, I'm well rooted in the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. I do not have an employed job. I am no longer a self-employed person. I just run my business and I just make investments, and that is what sustains us. That's what pays our bills. It pays the mortgage. We live very comfortably having put that work in. But there is a small caveat to this. You do have to work ridiculously hard. You're going to have to start off with feet in both sides of the cash flow quadrant. You're going to have to maintain being self-employed or employed whilst you're building your business, your network marketing business. And a business is easily described as an organisation where, you know, you are inconsequential to the creation of your wealth. So basically, if I stayed as a driving instructor, I could have employed lots of other driving instructors. I could have employed somebody to run the business, somebody to manage the marketing, somebody to manage the office. If I could fulfill all of those positions, get somebody else doing all of those jobs, then I would be the business owner. I would have created a business. I would have created a structure with me at the top. And that would have set me free to, you know, be inconsequential to the creation of my wealth, basically. So I could have like taken a month off and still got paid. And that's, you know, the traditional way of building a business is that you do that, don't you? You know, you start from a grassroots, you employ people to do the jobs, and you are the business owner. You're at the top, and then you can genuinely take, you know, a month off, 6 months off, and still get paid. As long as you've created the structure, then you've created that wealth generating machine, and you're at the head of it. So with network marketing, it's slightly different in that we don't have to risk anything. We can still create this money making machine, but we simply put in our time and our effort. We don't have to mortgage the house. We don't have to borrow huge sums of money to do this. And the business I'm involved with, there's a link in the description. There's no catalogues to buy, there's no websites to buy. It's just simply a £3 a month investment for our head office to provide us with public liability insurance and to support all of our customers that we bring in for us. So it is genuinely a way of creating wealth that will just keep on generating itself. Month after month, we get paid on all of the customers we've brought in and all of the team members that we've helped create some money, helped them to create an income. Our head office will give us a small kickback on that as well. The people that we help, they don't earn any less because of it. They simply gain from having our wealth of experience behind them to help them overcome issues and to work out how they're going to achieve what we've achieved, or maybe they wish to achieve more than I've achieved, and that's absolutely fine. I will help them to do that. So if you're curious to find out more, get yourself on the right hand side of the Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, then I would fully recommend it. Link in the description. Reach out to me, contact me. We can always chat.